Oh, what have I gotten myself into? This week's vlog requires some explanation. So I've actually almost finished filming the vlog, but I needed to come in here to explain things like I just said. Basically what ended up happening is this vlog is mostly me gathering materials to make this video, which should have come out previously to this one. So if you haven't seen the video, or if you're not interested in the vlog for this, which is, I mean, it's just ridiculousness of me talking a lot and going and doing things, then yeah, I'll go ahead and I will make sure that the link is in the description down below if you just want to watch the desert planter video, and I'll make sure it's linked at the end of this video too in the little things that pop up at the end, so you can just click on it. So what I had to decide to do here, because the vlog ended up being so long just getting ready to make this planter, that I'm doing it in a separate video. So in this vlog, I'm going around doing the things that need to be done. Other things happen, update on aquaponics pond and whatnot. I set up a new filter. And then towards the end of the vlog, I'll be checking in and out as I'm filming this video with this. So it's kind of like maybe behind the scenes stuff. Probably mostly just gonna be me like whining about being poked by cactus and stuff like that. Or like thinking the process through. Whereas that video, the video that will come out right before this one, day before, but if you don't want it, that doesn't matter. That video is gonna be much more cut and dry, to the point, probably a lot of music, playing over things, because I'm gonna have to keep it simple if I'm editing 2 videos in one night. That's okay. I think that's fun. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. There's that explanation of the craziness. This is kind of like my old winter vlogs where I don't have things to do with my plants and I'm out doing stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll dive into that right now. Okay, boats are in. Seems like pretty much everybody's leaning towards doing this planter up with cactus and succulents, which I'm fine with. I've, you know, weighed all of the pros and the cons and just thought about it tons and tons and tons over and over and over. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. I can't put the Adonidia palm in this pot. I mean, I could, but I couldn't plant other things in there with it because the root mass will just take up the whole pot as it is. I do think it's a bit tall for this location. It might look a little bit wonky in there. Might have to dig things out a little bit so it can sit down a little bit. This is a drainage path though, so I can't dig very deep. Maybe, maybe 4 inches, if even? Because there's French drains in the ground there. One issue somebody had brought up, which I had considered, Kathy mentioned that this planter's too tall for cactus and succulents. I'm not sure if she meant like it'll look weird, because it might, or because the soil depth is a bit much. Combination of both, very likely. Like I said, I thought about that, and I think I know a way around that. The problem is, so, with cactus and succulents, as I'm sure y'all know, they don't like to be wet. At least not your desert types. I don't want to speak too specifically, but yeah, there are tropical cactus and things like that that don't mind some moisture, but they still need drainage. Your soil, whenever you have a pot, it's going to be the most wet at the bottom. Even if you have drainage holes, even if you have gravel, doesn't matter, and that moisture will wick up and attract roots to grow down, which is nice. But with cactus and succulents, I don't want this to take a long time to dry out. It'll take a lot longer for the soil to dry when there's more of it, basically. But I think I know a way around that, and that's with packing peanuts. So essentially, I think I just need to fill this about 50% of the way with those packing peanuts, because they're not going to wick moisture before raising the soil line up in that pot. So it's not all the way down there, it's more like up here. The problem is I'm gonna need like 20 or 30 gallons of packing peanuts. Those little, you know, the little styrofoam guys. I don't know, where do you even buy those? That's something I never thought I would spend money on. That's typically just something I get in packages and I get annoyed by and recycle it. And then I need a proper soil. I need a good, nice draining, sharp meaning the water moves through it fast, potting mix. I don't like the pre-made cactus and potting mixes, not all of them, but I've only tried a few of them, and they still hold too much moisture in my opinion. It's so much easier to just fix your soil, amend it, so you don't have to worry about it. 'Cause it's one of the lead things that kills cactus and succulents is too much water. So I may as well have something that will drain very quickly and easily. So I need to get the turfus, which, oh wait, no, I already got the turfus. That's like ground up terracotta chips. Helps with drainage a lot. And then I'm going to need some sand, bark, charcoal, all kinds of things. So I'm going to have to mix up a soil to use in this. So I guess let's go shopping. That's the only option here. Let's go shopping. I need to put on pants first though. Hey bite, what you doing? I gotta go. See you later. I put on pants and everything. That means I gotta go do human things. Okay, well, you gonna harass me and want me to play with you when I gotta go? What are you doing? Okay, we can play later. We can play later. She wants me to throw a treat. You ready? Go get it. There we go. Have I mentioned that it's really hot outside? My phone actually, like, as I've been filming, keeps overheating. So I switched it to a slightly lower resolution. Hopefully that works out okay. There's also something in the car I need to show you guys. That was an exciting view, wasn't it? Man, nothing's in focus. What's wrong with my phone? You gonna be all right? Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Bye, pumpkin. You see that? Probably not. Radio's on. I should turn that off, actually. Here, go ahead and let some of the heat out of the car while I do this. All right. There it is. Yes, the car is a little bit messy. There's actually still stuff in here from the wedding I need to take out. I picked up these awesome pots on clearance from local nursery. They're really nice. I like them a lot. They're big. I think these are probably 24 inches. Over here is a set of 3, a 24 inch, and I don't know the sizes, but it's a set of 3. Yeah, that kind of complicates things a smidge for this planter idea. Although I can't put those huge cactus in these anyway, so I will probably use these to embellish the area around it. Does that make sense? Okay, clothes. I need a car wash too. Why don't you close? The thing about it being this hot, I need a haircut. It's too hot to have hair. So haircut, packing peanuts, potting soil, all of those fun things. Let's go run some errands and then pot up this planter. Look at all those pretty hydrangeas. I don't know if that cut off or not. I said look at the hydrangeas, they were pretty. I think those are limelights, limelight standards. Very pretty. That is a lie. It's at least 350 degrees outside. All about that humidity. I haven't done any filming from the car in a while. That's actually because my phone updated, and when it updated, I can no longer listen to music while I'm recording, and I have to have music while I'm driving. But I remembered to bring my other phone with me today, so I can still listen to my music. This guy's looking kind of pretty today. So probably gonna plug into a time lapse. I'm on my way to go get a haircut. It is too hot out for hair. Nobody needs hair when it's this hot. Like such a baby. Okay, it's warming up. I was gonna say, it's not 92. That thermometer it needs some time. But yeah, okay. Time for a time lapse. How about those cliffs though? Hit some traffic. See that? 99. I told y'all that 92 was just a lie. Guys, help me out here. What kind of tree is that? It's a really big, jungly looking tree. Giant leaves. Yep, definitely time for a cut. So much better. I think my scalp might burn a little bit, but can I put sunscreen on my head? Oh, I've made it to the jaws of hell. Just kidding, it's just Walmart. I don't hate Walmart, it's just always chaotic in there. Feels so nice to have short hair again. Not that it was that long to begin with. It probably even looked a little bit better, but oh, the person next to me just ran their card to their cart return. But, and then he gets out of his car and gives me a dirty look. That wasn't my fault. You're the dum-dum. What the heck? Anyways, so I think Walmart might be a good place to get packing peanuts. Maybe. Really the problem is that I need a new one of these guys. It's doing this thing where if the cord's not in just the right position, it doesn't work anymore. And it's an 06, so that's the only way I can play music from my phone or iPod or whatever I'm using. I've tried a lot of the different cassette type ones from like Five Below, Walgreens. You can buy them all over the place. None of them work except for the one from Walmart. This one's from Walmart and it's worked for like 2 years, so I just have to get a new one. But I'm actually here for packing peanuts. That's not true. I'm here for the cassette player, but I'm hoping they also have packing peanuts. And definitely taking my coffee to not just spend $7 on that to let it just sit in the car and melt. I usually keep a Yeti in the car to set this in, but I forgot it. Oh no. I mean, I don't really see how I cannot get this. It's a camel. That's a bit much though. I think it's really funny that these fun pool floats have become so popular that they're not even trying anymore. They just put a grown woman on here. They don't even try and put children on there anymore. Ooh, I want to lay down and float in a seashell? Huh. Well, I don't know what that was. Just found the best way ever to water plants. It comes out of its nose? I guess I don't really know where else it would come out of that would be more not gross, less gross. What's happening behind me? Okay, why don't they make these for boys? That's not fair. I want to be a mermaid. Merman? Merperson. Let's keep it equal. Okay, well, I haven't been here in a while, but wow, she's changed. Nothing. I mean, you need a scanner, a police scanner, there you go, but no cassette adapters. But it is Walmart, so they could be anywhere else. So, can I just say, I am absolutely thrilled that Totoro is becoming a thing again. It's just like one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. That's neither here nor there. Not seeing any packing peanuts. Found this guy though. It doesn't have a spring cord on it, so that's gonna be all over the place. Oh, that's some of my favorite stuff ever. I hope you enjoyed that. You're welcome. I think I did not need a cart for this little bitty cassette player. I thought maybe I'd find a big bag of peanuts though. Oh, guys, I want that so bad. Not sure why that cushion doesn't match the rest. Maybe they're reversible. That's not a bad price. Hey, it works! I still prefer the springy cord. This cord, oh my goodness, this is so thin and flimsy. We'll see how long that lasts. Because this cord's actually kind of thick, but it didn't last. I actually am hung up on it enough that I may try and fix this. Because it doesn't hurt to have an extra. I also grabbed these window wipes. These are actually for a friend of mine, but I've had these of my own for a while. They work so well. They're just like lint-free, good claws for getting your windshield clean. It's like $3 or $4. I thought that might make a nice present because she's mentioned multiple times that she wants some. Back to the task at hand. Oh, no. Drive. I guess I'm gonna have to go to Office Depot or Office Max. I don't know. I have to go to the office supply store, which is always a dangerous thing for me. Quick fun fact, I've always kind of like had a thing for office supplies. I just made that sound weird and fetishy. What I mean is, like, even when I was a kid for Christmas, when I was like 5 years old, I didn't want toys, I wanted a copy machine. Or like a box of bulk pencils. Don't know why, there's just something I love about office supplies. It's weird, I know. So, going to Office Depot might be kind of risky. Especially since it's back to school time, so there's probably a lot of fun stuff in there. But you know, I'll make it work. I just won't give in to temptation. Just there for packing peanuts. Office Max, that's what that says. While I was at Walmart, I was checking out. There's one person in front of me, and the cashier, when I get up there to check out, he says something kind of quiet. I couldn't hear him. I said, "Oh, what'd you say?" And he said, "It's always a good day when she's in here." What are you talking about? It took me a minute. I realized he was talking about the woman that was in there that he rang out right before he rang me out. I didn't appreciate it. I was like, that's so stereotypical. Just because I'm a guy doesn't mean you should talk to me like that. That's not how I'm going to relate to you. First of all, like, that's not a tree I'm barking up. That's not my thing. But at the same time, like, why? There's nothing else you could say? Like, having a good day? Find everything all right? No, you gotta sexualize this woman who I didn't even notice? Not that if I had noticed her, that would have made it any better. You know what I'm saying. Oh, hey, look. All of my lights that relate to my brakes just turned on. That's fun. Like I was saying, though, I didn't like that. You know, I put myself, like, if I were in the position of that woman, like, just thinking that if I were just out doing everyday, ordinary things, and then the person I just interacted with started talking to a stranger about my appearance, It's not right. I don't like it. I don't approve. What the heck? Oh. It's a pen. Oh my gosh. Coolest pen ever. So cool. Look at that. School supplies has gotten so much cooler. I have a question. Does anybody know where the packing peanuts are? Well, they have them. That's not gonna work. These dissolve when they get wet. Never thought that I would be upset about not being able to find the option that's terrible for the environment. Okay, I mean, I kind of need to go to Lowe's to get some light bulbs. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe in their moving supplies they'll have that. I'm actually leaving here without buying anything. Oh, I want that binder so bad. Did I say light bulbs? I meant potting soil. So I suppose I do need... Actually, yeah, I do. I do need some light bulbs to put in the... There's a light outside. What has the vine on it with the dolphins. Oh, and I need a new globe. Sometimes they have those there at Lowe's. I know there's like FedEx stores and stuff like that. Maybe that would be an option. This entire vlog is going to be me trying to find packing peanuts. I hope y'all are enjoying. Oh, here we go. People had mentioned they missed the car vlogs. Well, you're certainly getting what you asked for in this one. Oh. Oh, those lights turned off. I don't know what that was about. Okay, it's really hot. I don't want this to take a long time. I don't want my drink to melt. But it is Lowe's, so hey, who knows what'll happen in there. Loaded up my cart with dirt, soil, sorry, paid for it, and realized I completely forgot what I came here for. Doesn't look like they have it though. I'm gonna have to think of something else for this pot. Does that seem like overkill? I had an idea. I've done this before. Should work well if they have it. Do they have it? Here we go. Rubber mulch. Won't wick moisture. Might compact a little bit too much, but I've used this in the bottom of planters before. It'll do. Whoa, ho, 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 okay. Never mind. Not about to spend $40 on rubber mulch to put in the bottom of a pot. That is ridiculous. Hey, that's a good price. Oh, that's not the price for the shelf. Never mind. Last try. I feel like I've seen packing peanuts at Sam's before. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Alright, but maybe they have rubber mulch for a better price. I mean, you'd think that that would be here, but I don't... Maybe it's not. Okay. Okay, radio, turn down. Hold on. I have some talking to do. One last shot. Going to Home Depot. Aren't these bayberries so pretty? I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to go home. I want to do the planter, but I just... Why does anybody have packing peanuts? I suppose that's a good thing, because they're bad for the environment. But I need them. Here's what I've decided on. I'm going to go ahead and try something different. I mean, it's not different. It's not something unique. It's quite predictable, actually. But not ideal. I'll show you in just a minute. Lava rock. I said not ideal because even though it's stone, it does still wick moisture, but not as much. That'll have to do. I think 6 bags is gonna be enough to fill that pot. About a third of the way, maybe half. I'm not so sure. It's gonna have to be though, because I'm done with this. I just want to get things planted. I want to get onto the fun stuff. Finally home. Back to my bushes. These are trees. Update on this thing. The sound quality from this is absolute garbage. I'm going to be returning that. I mean, terrible. I thought my speakers were blown. I had to go ahead and put the other one back in to make sure that everything was okay with my speakers. I mean, it sounded kind of like a cassette tape, but like worse. That's not a good thing. It's not like with vinyl where people are like, I love the sound of vinyl. No, nobody's ever like, oh, I like the way cassettes sound. No. It is so hot. I know I keep saying that. This whole thing took about 3 hours longer than I expected it to. Everywhere I went was really close together, so at no point did the AC really kick on and cool me off, and it's nearly 100 degrees outside. So I need to rest for a while. I'm gonna go do some stuff in the shade, and we'll get back to this desert planter thing. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Y'all wanted the desert planter. I'm going down, y'all are going with me. Just kidding. That was kind of fun trying to find the packing peanuts and shopping, I suppose. Oh, I forgot to open the garage door. Okay. I was getting ready to unload all the stuff from the car. Now, I'm going to take my pants off. It's too hot for that right now. That sounds so wrong. I'm going to put on shorts. That's what I mean. Hey guys, you miss me? Time for a fish update. Amongst a lot of other things. Like I've mentioned, I need to redo this whole area over here. But as far as the fish are concerned, well, they're there. I have noticed though that when I feed them, they're just not, the filter, this little filter is not doing it. So I have another one here. Got a new filter. These are relatively cheap. I don't have the biomedia that goes in it, which is, you know, pretty important. But that one is absolutely loaded. So when I get that, I'll transfer it over and seed it. Or I'm actually thinking about cutting out a tray to put in here and going kind of aquaponics-y with it, which I think is what I'll probably end up doing. Yeah, this is all that is. Filter pad, put your media inside this bag, and pretty much it. I just need to go ahead and get this guy set up and have crystal clear water in no time. Alright, as I was saying, everything comes in this bag here. This is sloppy. I will say I did a whole entire video on this particular filter last summer, so if you want like the full-blown setup on that, then I'll try and find it and link it down below. But it's really pretty simple. Alright, and here is everything that was in there. So your plastic tray just kind of sits in there, like so. That goes on top of it. And then you put all your biological media, stones, bioballs, whatever you want to use, but it provides surface area for bacteria to grow, and that bacteria is kind of like the stomach of the water. Helps process all of the excess waste from the fish. So that will sit in there, if I go that route. The can also came with a couple of little rubber gaskets here, and then a washer, and a piece you fit your hose to. So go ahead and put that first piece of rubber gasket on this piece right here, the inlet to the filter, and that goes right in there like so. Then I take this piece right here, and I'm going to put that around there and put the nut on it. Now, I actually keep my Waterfall filter sitting right above, sitting in a position where it is 100% above the water, so I don't really have to worry about leaks too much, but the whole point is just to keep water from seeping out of the spigot down here. I just drop this in here, come over here and get this hose pushed on all the way, get that on there. I should put a clamp on this, but like I said, this is sitting, everything's above the water. When I come across a clamp, I'll get one and put it on there to be safe. And then, next step, hook the other end of the hose to your pump. I'm using a pump that's actually made for aquaponics or pond use. It has a lot of holes in it. It takes a really long time for these guys to clog up or jam up, which is really, really nice with koi. And then I remembered I had said I was going to wait on the biological media, only because I already have some in there. Obviously, it needs more. But this plate, it doesn't lock in place. So you actually have to have the bag with something heavy in it on top, which makes sense. I was wondering why here in the directions it actually says lava rock. Well, that's because it's heavy. The way this works is water's supposed to come in, hit this cone here, swirl around so debris doesn't settle, come up and go through everything. It kind of does that. I clean my filter pads once a week, and there's usually still a lot of debris in the bottom that I have to take out. So it doesn't really do that very well. There are lots of different versions of these things. This is just the cheapest one that I can find that I like. But Aquascape makes a Biofalls one that's pretty good and actually has a backwash on it, so you can clean it without having to take it apart. That's really nice. And a few things have changed over here since like a minute ago when I was just over here. The cord to that pump was jammed underneath something, so I had to kind of move a lot of stuff around. And that's okay. But I went ahead and I took the top shelf off of this, what is it called? Shelf. Yeah, there it is right there. I went ahead, so you can see there's a drain over here, and I don't have that capped because when it rains too much, I want that to flush out. And keeping the water level a little bit lower helps keep the koi from jumping out. Also, the water obviously is now very dirty. That's because I took this filter and cleaned it, and a lot of stuff got stirred up just from moving this, a lot of stuff gets stirred up. Which is why it would be really nice if there was a backwash valve on these things, because like you just touch it to clean it and just stuff everywhere. I could put a check valve on there so that I can unplug it without everything back flushing. Might think about that. But as is right now, there's a water change happening, filter pad's clean in there, and I went ahead and I filled up the media bag with this hydroponic rock. I don't know exactly who makes it. The bag says sunleaves.com, so I guess that's what it is. The bag literally just says rocks on it. I use these in the wintertime, and they work really, really well. The nice pH neutral substance. Okay, and there it is. I had to like weave my way through things to plug it in, so I couldn't do like a special reveal. But I mean, you get it. It's working. The flow is low. I actually think what's going on here is that it's just unlevel, because you can see there's a lot of flow right there coming out that way. That's fine. I may end up having to put an air pump or something in here. I don't think that'll be the case, but the water's not falling as far to oxygenate it quite as much. That's one thing I have to watch out for. So I'm gonna give this a few days, keep an eye on everybody, and do an update. Oh, look at that pretty, pretty milkweed. Here we are, next day. Crystal clear. Just needed more filtration. Did the trick wonderfully. Go ahead and toss some food in and see if they'll come out. They're kind of shy today. I've always knocked on the side when I put food in there, so it's kind of like a dinner bell. Sometimes that does it. Sorry about the reflections. Okay, guys, get that food. There we go. I stuck the lens under the water. Can't really do much with this. It's supposed to be waterproof, but when water gets into the where you plug it in, it does not work. That was a Danio. There are some random tropical fish mixed in here with other things as well. Oh, there we go. Why are you guys being so shy? Come on out. Come on out. Alright, well, they're being very shy today. When they get a little bit more social, I'll get in there and get a better look. Maybe I'll do it at the end and when the music's over it and all that fun stuff. How's that sound? Oh, and I should probably explain this a little bit. I need to move these pumps. They should be behind the filter so the clean water circulates through back to the... Just gonna keep circulating clean water. Anyways, there's a fair amount of new people here. Hello, new people. How y'all doing? So this is my aquaponics setup. I am in zone 6B. All of these tropicals are not out here all year long. Basically, I put them in my garage in the wintertime. I've insulated it. I've now, as of last year, put plastic around the area to help make it a little bit smaller so I can heat it, keep the humidity up. And in there I have another one of these that's slightly larger. And I use that to water my plants. I know that might seem like a bit much an overkill, but there's a method to the madness. There's a reason behind it, I should say. So my tap water is very, very alkaline, and in the wintertime it's pretty cold. And I don't want to water my plants with really hard alkaline water that's cold. I can, you know, use the hot water from the water heater and whatnot, but this just makes more sense because with this I have a large batch of water that's rich in nutrients from the fish, and then I can put something in it. There's a powder I use to bring the pH down, and it's more rich for the plants. So basically half the year I'm pretty organic with everything since it's an enclosed space in my garage. Try and keep things safe. The fish force me to do that. I can't use chemicals that'll get in there and hurt them. It keeps me safe too because it's an enclosed space, and I don't want those chemicals in me either. So the plants kind of get, I guess you could say they get a nice flush in the winter time for a few months where there aren't a lot of synthetic things being used to take care of them. And it's nice nutrient-rich water. Just gives them a little bit of a boost. So every time they get watered, it essentially has fertilizer in it. It has nitrate and phosphate, but the nitrate and phosphate that gets removed weekly through the water change that happens where I pump the water out into the plants, not all of it, just some, and then I refill it. So it's just kind of a nice little system that works well for me. So that's what that's all about. And as the fish get too big, there's koi in there. A long time ago, I had a pond. I loved that pond so much, it had to go for the pool. I mean, worthy sacrifice, right? I just missed it. I love fish. I've had fish since I was a little kid. I almost went into marine biology in school, and it's just fish and animals are a big part of my life. Obviously, so are plants. So I do have tanks and whatnot, and I actually worked in the aquarium trade for nearly a decade, or a little over a decade, actually, part-time while I was in school and high school through college and post and all that stuff. But I got out of it because I started to get weird, guilty feelings, and I didn't like it anymore. I felt bad, mostly with the saltwater stuff, which has gotten much better. Things are being captive bred now. A lot are. Not quite enough, but it's getting there. That's a whole long other story. Basically, it just works well for me because I get to have my fish. When they get too big, I have a friend who, the person with the ducks that was in, I think it was last week's video, She has a very large pond with koi in it, and so when they get too big in my pond, I take them and I put them in hers, and then every couple years I buy new small ones and grow them out and just do it that way. So it's a fun little system, works well. Yeah, hot. It's a little toasty, isn't it? Not very humid though. It actually feels quite nice. I've never had a summer where I needed to moisturize. My skin's dry, my contacts are dry. Not that I've had to do that all summer. It's really just the last couple of days. But it's nice. So it's like, it's in the 90s right now, but it doesn't feel anywhere near as bad as it did before. I guess it's time to tackle this, isn't it? Alright. Need the camera, that's important. But the tripod's more important. Can't really use one without the other in this situation. Just walk through a spider web. After that last garden tour I did, I learned to check my lens for dust before I film. It's a little... Why are you dusty? Try and keep the lens as clean as I can, because the autofocus doesn't work as well if I don't keep it clean, if there's something on there. I always have to bring this out this time of year and let it kind of defog for a little while. I'm also going to have to be careful here. The sun's on this. This camera overheats so fast. It's a great camera. It's the A7S II. Amazing camera. But if you film in 4K, which I typically don't anymore, but if you do, man, this thing overheats fast. And just in general, this time of year outside in the heat, in the sun, it overheats quickly. So that's something I have to keep in mind. Need my shovel. This is what bushes are for, so you have a place to store your garden tools. Did I explain at all what's going on here? Not gonna lie, my head's in a bit of like a cluster muck. Because the vlog ended up being so long that I feel like people aren't gonna watch the whole thing to see this, so I think I explained this, right? Let's hope I did. Hopefully I had the memory to explain it and insert that at the beginning of this video. It complicates things because I don't have enough memory on my computer to have 2 videos on there at once. I'm gonna have to get the vlog edited, loaded, delete it from my computer to make room, or I might have a flash drive that has room on it, and then edit this video, upload it, and have it ready the day before the... I don't really know what I've gotten myself into here. I tend to overthink things. Another fun thing about this camera, can't see that viewfinder at all when the sun's on it. So I've got to keep my fingers crossed and hope this works out okay. Alright, I'm going to get started and check back in with this camera occasionally as I go. I only have one tripod, so I'm not going to be able to do multi-cam stuff unless I have a table, which I can't put this on a table. That's way too big for that. Guys, I think I bought way too much lava rock. This is only 3 bags, and that's like nearly halfway full. And what do we think about that depth? Just about halfway. I don't know, I think I might do one more bag. I don't know why, but the reality is just now setting in that I have to reach in and pull these out of the ground. Good thing I grabbed a towel for that. I'll go ahead, wrap them up, lift them out that way. I already got that agave out. Soil's mixed up, getting things going. I'm trying to do it quickly and cleanly. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Well, I managed to get 1 cactus in there, and the camera started to overheat. So, I just have her chilling in front of the fan, pop that lens out a little bit, let this cool off for a few minutes, which is actually kind of fine. It's not as nice out as I was saying it was a little while ago. I'm starting to get kind of hot. Because it's, you know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, that's sort of how weather works. Made so much progress and she overheated again. As I had mentioned in that video, not having symmetry when these were over there didn't bother me at all. And the pot, it's driving me crazy. But it'll have to do. Also, look at this mess I've made. This is disgusting. I don't have 3 matching rocks either, so I was like, forget it. Let's just have fun and be colorful. It's fine. I would have liked to have gotten this barrel cactus planted a little bit further back, but their root balls were overlapping each other, so that's just the way it is. Also centered a little bit more. Things shifted a little bit as I was watering. The nice thing about the rocks is if I decide that I don't like that, I can just pick those up and move those. So that doesn't really matter. They're kind of driving me crazy though. Maybe I should just leave the pink one in there, or just that one, or maybe just that one. I'm just going to leave all of them. This is too much for my brain right now. Alright, finally done. I did take the rocks out. I wasn't feeling them. It didn't fit. And it made me more okay with this not being symmetry, seeing it even more chaotic with those different colored rocks in it. So that worked out well. I talked about in the video, the one I just filmed that came out before this one, that I am going to be doing this entire area in a cactus garden, but it's a container garden of cactus and succulents. So this is probably gonna be like a multi-part series. Not this. This is the vlog. There's a vlog every weekend, but that process is what that will be. So it might be a next week's vlog, may not, I don't really know. I have a lot of containers and things I need to plant up, so who knows what's going to happen there. Oh, and I have so much cleaning up to do, which is fine. Well worth it. Hopefully these will have opened up and They probably won't have bloomed by the time this video comes out because they're mad at me. Talking about the portulca here in the front. But, you know, eventually I'll have that up on Instagram, and I'll be updating in the vlogs and whatnot in the future, particularly when it comes out next week. So that was fun. This was an adventurous vlog. Also, look what I picked up on clearance. Look at how thick the trunk is on this guy. I don't typically like the elephant yuccas, elephant foot yuccas, yucca, elephantitis, or elephantides, I don't know. Did I say tides? Whatever it's called. Because when you buy them, these big ones, the dumb cane yuccas, I can't talk. The trunk's been cut, so there's no more vertical growth coming from that trunk, only from offshoots, and that just, I don't know, it bothers me. I prefer to have the center growth intact. You can buy them smaller and wait a billion years. Not really, it's not a billion years. They grow pretty fast. I don't know, it was a really good deal. I've wanted one for a long time. It was crazy cheap, and yeah, I mostly just like the trunk. Got like a really cool Vegas-y vibe to it. Madagascar. Those are very different places. I think it's time for me to shut up. Talking isn't working for me anymore. So yeah, I do. I'm gonna go ahead. It's time to wrap it up. Whew, so, I'm gonna sit down and cool off and say goodbye. I have no idea how long this vlog was. I edited like a good chunk of it already, but somehow I've already forgotten the length. Could be short, could be long. Maybe it was productive, maybe it was entertaining, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun, just kind of going around, doing stuff, and being nonsensical. I always enjoy that. This was actually a particularly challenging week, just because I was multitasking a lot with what to get done, how to do it, the order, because I decided to release the Cactus Desert Planter video before this vlog. But it's actually kind of fun. Editing-wise, it's a challenge, but I'm up for it. I always enjoy growing and learning new things, which I think I say at the end of every video, right? Keep on growing. And I'm not saying goodbye yet. Not quite yet. But like I said, I hope everybody had fun shopping with me and checking out the koi, setting up the new filter, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate all of your positive and kind comments. Every time I read them, it just kind of motivates me to keep on going and doing things and trying new things and pushing myself a little bit further. So thank you all for that so much. Now it's time to go. So don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. It really helps a lot, and I do always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Subscribe as well. It's down there. Hit that notification bell. I upload multiple times a week. My social media stuff's all down below, down there in the description. You follow me and I'll follow you back. I really love looking at everybody's pictures. I'm gonna try and get better about getting on Snapchat. I know I always say that, but the problem is it won't let me sign in. I changed my password, doesn't let me sign in. So there's not much I can do about it, but I'm trying. So again, thank you all for keeping me motivated, keeping me going, keeping me thinking and on my toes. I appreciate it. And as always, I hope everybody's doing well and keep on growing. Bye bye.